starting off things, we have the M4, and we're going to be running the FTAC Castle Comp muzzle, high tower 20-inch barrel, FSS OLV laser, the Cronin Mini Pro optic, or you can go with iron sights, the Corio Precio Factor stock. If you go with the iron sights, you're going to have to run 30 rounds here, but the accuracy is insane. However, if you do enjoy the iron sights, you can go with a 45-60 round mag or whatever option you prefer, really. Now, next up here, we're going to be talking about the TAC 56. We're running Echoless 80 muzzle, lock grip precision underbarrel, FSS OLV laser, TV LPX stock, and the 60 round mag. You could remove it to run 30 rounds and then put an optic, but I really like the iron sight, so we're running this here as it is. Now, the TAC 56 and the M4 both have absolutely no tuning at all, so keep that in mind. For the next one here, we're going to talk about the Lock 762, and we're going to be running the Tempest GH50 muzzle. We're going to be tuning this 0.28 on the vertical bar and minus 0.19 on the horizontal bar. The lock grip precision underbarrel, we're going to be kicking that all the way up to hip recoil control and reducing 0.14 inches to the aim down sight speed area. For the Romeo Feet or FT 16-inch barrel, we're going to be tuning this all the way up for recoil steadiness and a negative 0.04 inch on the aim down sight. Whatever optic you want, but this X10 Angel 40 optic really feels like it reduces the visual recoil, which is fantastic. And then we're running the 50 round drum here. Now, this weapon is a little bit harder to use, but it's really satisfying and really nice to get used to it. It's like an A max in my opinion. Next one here, the HCR56. We're going to be running the Bruin Turaco barrel, the VLK LZR laser. This is tuned negative 0.32 on the vertical bar, nothing on the horizontal. We're going to be running the optic you prefer, or you can remove this. We're running the Bruin TS30 the Bruin Q900 grip, and this is tuned all the way to the aiming idle stability side and nothing on the aim down side or recoil steadiness. And then you can run whatever magazine size you want. If you want to go for a true LMG with 100 rounds or maybe a more nimble version with the 42 round. Again, this is if you're not running the optic, which I really like because of the overall steady visual recoil this weapon has. Now, next up, we're going to talk about the CAS 762 40 round mag because it's the biggest option we have. Tempest GH50 muzzle, IGK30 barrel, the Cronin Mini Pro or whatever side you prefer, and the KSTV RPK factory stock. No tuning on this build either. Next up, we're going to talk about the CAS 545. This is the 45 round mag. You can go with the 60 if you want to sacrifice a little more mobility. The high velocity rounds, the CAS 7 barrel, FSS OLV laser, and the Ivanov wood stock. Now, if you want to go with an optic, you could remove the 45 round and go with the 30 round mag, or remove the high velocity and then take the optic you prefer. Either way is really not wrong to go with, but because of how stable the overall recoil and the visual kind of looks or feels, in my opinion, I really like to run this with the OG iron sights of pretty much the AK-47. Now, next up here, we have the RPK meta. I know, but I want to run what my build is. High velocity FSS shark fin TAC 597 barrel. Whatever side you prefer, I'm going to try this X10 Angel 40 on the RPK to see how it feels. And then the heavy support stock. This is the only attachment that's tuned. We're running this all the way to aiming idle stability, and then 0.90 on the vertical up to aiming walking steadiness. Now, next here is the RAAL MG or the RAAL, and we're going to be running the EXF Relentless muzzle, the 26.5 inch demo field barrel, the FSS OLV laser, whatever sight you prefer, the demo nimble stock, and this is pretty much a more nimble version, as the stock indicates, of the RAAL itself. It feels really nice. There isn't much tuning to it. There's actually no tuning, but although the initial kick of this weapon is a little bit harder, once you get used to it, it's really satisfying to run, and it doesn't feel as sluggish as the normal RAAL. Now, next here and close to the last one, we have the Lockman 556 60 round mag, the Gauge 9 mono muzzle. I just really like how this weapon sounds with a suppressor and just the overall reduction of recoil it gives it. The Lockman, the 15.9 inch Lockman barrel, the FSS OLV laser, whatever sight you prefer, and this weapon is fantastically accurate and really nice to use. For our last option for today, we have the M13B meta, and we're running the Harbinger D20 muzzle, the 14-inch Bruin Echelon barrel, the VLK LZR laser, the VX Pineapple, and the 60 round mag. I love the iron sights on this M13, and the overall recoil visually, and the overall pattern itself is really easy to control. So this M13 is fantastic for me. And if you just kind of want to spice things up and add an optic to it instead of the iron sights, you could probably remove the laser, or maybe the VX Pineapple. But overall, I'd probably suggest the laser and then run whatever optic you prefer. But if you enjoyed these builds today, let me know in the comment section down below if you're going to try any of these out. If you liked the video, hit that like. Thank you so much for all my subscribers that have stuck around for these 2 months of hiatus I've been out. But for now, I'm hoping I can add some fantastic value to your Resurgence and Al Mazrah experiences. With nothing else left to say, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And through it all, I hope you always remember Sauce Time Gaming.
Oh.